Now, the other area that we're seeing big growth, and Manhattan Research has done a great job in covering this, is the growth in physician use of smartphones, okay? The kids coming out of med school are trained with a smartphone in their hands. They have medical information, they have Hippocrates, they have a whole set of assets in their hand. 64% of physicians right now claim that they have a smartphone that is used for medical information. 64%, and Manhattan Research projected in 2 years that number will go up to 82%. So this is becoming a big channel opportunity for us. And there's a lot of great assets that are available. The problem is most of them are just kind of general database kinds of services. What we've done is said, okay, when somebody goes to a drug database on a smartphone and looks up a drug, to be able to have a button in there to say, if you'd like more information, click here, and it dials your rep. And then your rep can push slides into their smartphone while they're on a speakerphone talking to the rep, and that way they can have a consult with your people on a smartphone. Medical science liaisons, off-label stuff, field reps, if the rep is logged in and can receive it, and your call center reps. You can then make it available on demand while they're in a practice setting, because this is their internet now. Now, what we've done is basically we can push slides into this while they're talking to your reps, so that you can deliver your clinical data to say, here's the issues you need to be concerned about for drug interactions, here's safety, watch outs, here's efficacy and why this might be appropriate for your patient. You can deliver all of that over a smartphone now. You know, take them through a little slide deck, have the drug label there so they can get a little modified drug label on here. What you're doing is, again, you're putting your content and services where the doctor goes for medical information and services. We need to be there and be a player in providing medical information when the physician needs it, because they're not going to come to our website. They can get your drug label probably a dozen other places without ever touching your website. Now, kind of the participation, I think Manhattan Research covered some of this. They are high writers. The reason that it's only 14% of the population now is because that's the only number of reps that we have available capacity-wise to service that. Could we go a lot more? Yes, because the demand is very high. There are a lot more docs that want to do it. The problem we have is I have to recruit to the number of reps that I have available. And those numbers are still relatively modest, even though a lot of pharma companies are doing this now. 90% of video detailed physicians spend the same or more time with their rep. 48% actually said, I spend more time with my rep that calls on me because I did a video detail. So it's not a replacement, it's an enhancement. Again, the service model we're talking about here is really key. Satisfaction rate is as high as any online activities that I've seen, and I think Manhattan has reported. And it's a very high frequency kind of interaction. We see a lot of doctors that once they found it, they like to do multiple different brands with it because they find it's a very satisfying experience and they can do it on their terms. Who wouldn't? I can go through ROIs. We have a couple of our impact studies that I don't want to bore you on because I'm kind of getting close to the end of my time. But the bottom line is what we're seeing is the opportunity for the first time that all of the components required to take a sales force, in effect, and it's a different sales force, online to be of service to the physician as customer service and educational reps. The tools are there, the volumes are there, the opportunities for you to rethink how we're serving physicians, particularly as we have a lot of younger physicians who demand this kind of service coming out of med school. it's really going to be the best opportunity we've seen to really have E be a primary channel for engaging with physicians. Okay, with that, I'm going to open it up to questions if there are any. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks. Do you have any information about abandonment rate as far as once you get docs into the detail, what percentage don't complete it? Why?
It's alive. I mean, to be honest with you, we see a lot of change in the length of interactions based on time of day. So 20% longer interactions in the evening as during the day. What happens is after a doctor's done an evening, relaxed kind of environment, I'm at home in my bunny slippers interaction, when they come online during the day in the practice setting, they start getting real specific on their needs. Hey, I'm concerned I got a patient who's having an interaction. Can you take me through your interaction data? And those are shorter interactions. So, and it's back to the rep. Is the rep well-trained? Are they meeting the physician needs? What's great about having a live human being as a customer service person is that they can be able to qualify them. They can help, what exactly do you need so I can better meet your needs? They are service people. So if they're good service people, we don't really see abandonment per se. Okay?
Okay, Mark, I've got one question for you. We talked about this morning one of the trends for 2010 being the ability to use technology to empower the rep, make them more powerful. So given the compelling numbers by Erica at Manhattan, clearly there's a lot of marketers here which are thinking about this. So if I'm a pharma marketer here in the audience today, what do I need to be thinking about for 2010? If this is of interest to me, where do I start? What are the kinds of things I need to think about?
Yeah, I mean, the simplest avenue is to have an inside sales organization, link it up through your website so that you are a true service organization. That's the simplest. And the inside sales call center provides a base safety net for everything else that you may do. So, for example, we have sales forces now that are enabled to be able to do hybrid rep kinds of things. They may not always be available, so by having a resource center of inside reps, that really helps. We also can use a lot of CSO reps. We have a fair number of our clients that use contract sales organization call centers, and they can accordion it, they can expand or contract it as needed. If they launch new brands, they can add more. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. So it's really that base level of performance and then linking all the other assets online to it, because those assets, if a doctor comes back too frequently and you don't have new content, you want to make sure you don't miss that opportunity. So you want to wire it into all your other online assets.
Excellent. So with that, I don't think we have any more time for questions, but thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.